Where do I sit?
Hi, and welcome to the Rule 62 podcast. My name is Rambo, Barbie, and we're having a little shuffling going on in the studio today.
Where do I sit?
Oh, and I'm out of breath because I was running.
And
People think that I'm in shape because I'm thin, and I look fit, and I'm muscled.
And I'm big O.
I'm big O. I am not in shape. I'm going to quit smoking in like a day.
Me too. That's exactly what I was thinking.
May 1st. I've been saying it for months.
It's
and I have
good to
no
think
faith
I'm
in
going to
myself.
quit instead of I'm going to try.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. If you want to put a headset on, here, right here.
Oh.
And then you're going to want to have your mouth.
My what?
Your mouth. You're closed.
Whoa.
There you go.
Okay.
Like the radio.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the Rule 62 podcast.
Okay.
And who do we have on our show tonight?
Hi, my name's Betty Jane, and I'm my son's mama.
Hello,
Michael's
welcome.
mama. Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here. I
Mike's
appreciate
been on
you.
here a time or two. He's
Yes.
a vet.
I watched him the first time him and Sierra was on.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's awesome.
I hope Rome sticks around because I have his $5.
Is that the green room guy?
No,
Oh.
we don't really have one yet. I mean, there was
Okay.
somebody that said tonight that he was gonna, but I don't know.
What's
I
that?
didn't even catch his name.
What's that?
The green room guy.
Anyway, hi. Hi,
Hello, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Yeah.
So dang it, I ran in there to go find out the topic and got distracted by a bag of chips.
Because you're hungry.
The topic
I
for
should-
what?
What the meeting topic was? I just always like to have an idea, like, and I
Mm.
forgot.
It's my first time.
Oh yeah.
This
So
could be a good topic.
real quick,
Okay.
we are down here at 4026 Washington Avenue North Side.
North side,
North
right?
Side.
Yes.
And that is at Will Work for Recovery behind Minuteman Press.
That's right.
Yeah, and we don't take ourselves too seriously on the show. Have you ever heard of the Rule 62? I mean, I know I told you outside, but maybe Big O can school you on.
All right.
I love
Rule 62, huh?
Rule
How many
62.
rules are there?
Well, really,
a
it's
lot.
just this one. But
Okay.
this is so Bill W. There were some people when the program
yes.
first started,
Yep.
when AA pioneering years,
Mhm.
and there were some stuffy middle class to upper class white guys,
Mhm.
and they were really concerned about whether or not we were going to let the darkies and the gays in. And Bill W. was like, "Nah, man. Remember the Rule 62. Don't take yourself too seriously." And that was his nod to let you know that everybody is welcome here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I love that.
And I appreciate it. I feel that.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah, and I noticed that you were looking around and saying, making comments about all the stuff
Oh
around
my
here.
gosh,
For
that's
anybody who doesn't know, who's never been to Will Work, if you just take a look around this room that we are all in,
Yeah.
you can see all the things.
Yeah.
And all the things are everywhere.
Everywhere.
All the time.
It's on the whole building.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this whole thing got started. Paul that's out there, Paul and Carolyn, there's a picture in the back. I want Paul to come on and tell the story sometime because it's fascinating. He was in an accident, correct?
Cool.
Paul, how
Yeah.
this whole thing got started was like
Oh yes.
or like the dream or something, wasn't it? Or what
Yeah.
had happened?
I'm not all the way sure. I think it was a dream, and he sat down with Miss Sally.
Yeah, and there's a
And-
picture in the back that has something to do with like the craziness that ensues now.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
like everything that's all over the place. There's this, I'll show you when we leave here. So if anybody's interested, there's a picture. If you walk into the main meeting room in the back left corner,
Mhm.
there's this very interesting picture. It's like swirls, like maroon and gold paint, and it's just scribbles, really. But Paul saw a vision from that, and what a cool thing it's turned
Yeah.
into.
I'm gonna have to acquaint myself with that story because I've heard it kind of, sort
I
of.
think I'm getting it wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great story though, and it's just so cool how I know the first time I ever came here, I'm always too much for people.
Me too. That is me as well.
Yeah.
I am so much and too much.
Yeah, and so when I came here, I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
this is it, and
Yeah.
I can just be, and
Yeah.
it's okay,
Yeah.
and it didn't matter because anybody that walks through the door, you didn't get
It's
in here
welcome.
because you're perfect, You
Right.
came in here
Right.
because you're just as good and
Yes.
That's
Absolutely. Yeah.
Welcome to our health.
Yes. Absolutely. And I appreciate this building. I really do.
Barbie, how did that go? 1, 2, this one's for you.
Yeah, we're doing stuff.
Soft one for sure.
Yeah.
We're gonna get around to it.
Okay.
Oh yeah, just so we know, Mike, because we decided we're going to do one-on-one
Yeah.
with the people. He's just here for emotional support and can
Yeah.
chime in when he wants to.
Yeah.
But we're here to get to know you today.
Yeah.
Betty Jane is my name, and some say I'm a saint, but life's not a game. Who's to blame? Betty Jane.
Oh my
shit.
God, this is where it comes from.
Exactly.
I'll hit the bars, I'll take you far.
Oh,
And if we go to the moon
Marlon.
and to the star, my land is lovely.
Oh, send this one to my
I
son.
love it. I love it.
That's interesting.
Yes.
I like it.
And my son Anthony also raps, and he gets them for me. He does
You guys got the
SoundCloud.
same energy too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to bring her one of these Fridays.
Yes, I
Oh,
sing. I love it, love it.
Come on. Yeah. You're going to enjoy Friday night with us.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off of work.
Yeah.
Well, we could call in.
We
Yeah.
miss you.
I know. I message you, but you can sometimes hear it when I'm upstairs.
Yeah.
We live
Oh,
in the same
okay.
place. Yeah.
All right. That's
See,
good.
So say that you're independently wealthy. You don't have to work ever again.
Ever.
Ever,
You don't have
ever.
to worry about nothing.
Oh my goodness!
What would you do with your time?
I would get a job.
Yeah.
Really?
I would keep my job at Subway.
Yeah.
I love my job at Subway.
Maybe own the subway
Oh yes,
and work
yes.
here.
Yes, I would buy. Yeah. Thank you, Big O.
Are you one of those people? Do you believe that saying, how does it go? If you got something to do, you'll live long enough to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
You ain't got no dreams of retiring one day.
Retirement. What is that?
Oh, the look in your eyes saying yuck. What a word.
What is retirement? Because hey, I still find stuff to do when I'm sleeping.
Sorry.
It's all good.
What?
Technical difficulties. Yes.
We're about finding stuff to do when you're sleeping.
Um.
That sounded funny. That
Will I
sounded
talk in
yeah.
my sleep?
Okay.
I'm like, welcome to Subway, and I constantly hear the bell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that,
Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
I'm such a weirdy. You know what? If I had my choice of anywhere to eat, if it wasn't, I don't know, it's toss up though, because Subway is my favorite place to
absolutely.
eat.
You
It
need
is
to
my
come.
favorite.
Let me make your sandwich.
And I
I
like
promise
steak.
you.
Uh,
I guarantee.
so quick story.
Yes.
I've had one job in my life where I have that same experience. If I'm doing something where it's repetitive, I do it all the time, every day.
Yep.
I will be dreaming about it at night, thinking about it,
Yeah.
doing the motion with my body in sleep,
Yes.
or the whole thing. I've had one job where that didn't happen, and I love that job. And I was sad. It was making considerably less than I was making the job before it, but I love that job. I every week, every other day, I was building something different, and it was about 20 different projects
Mhm.
that I had to know how to build. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. You just made me think of that because I go through that too, and it sucks.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something real quick. When I was going through my grief moment the last year, when my son passed away, and also 6 months later when my mama passed away,
Wow.
I begged them to, because they were going to give me time off, and I took a few days, but I had to go back to work. I had to go back to. It's like when my son Michael got hit by the excursion, and he was on the news and everything when he almost died. I had to be at work because driving me crazy at the hospital and not knowing, so I had to keep my mind busy. And where I work is the whole Walmart building is a family, and I don't give a care. I mean, WALMART. What does that spell? Walmart for me. And we roll it back. I want to be a commercial. I want to do
That would
commercials.
be fun.
I think I would be in commercials. I think I would be a commercial maker if I had all that money and didn't have to do nothing.
That would be
I
fun.
would, I would own a few Subways though too.
I heard 7 sources of residual income.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what the hell that means.
Hey,
Figure the hell out.
7 sources, huh?
Yeah,
Is it-
I don't know what that means.
So what do you do for your peace? What does your downtime look like?
I like sleeping.
Yeah.
I like sleeping a lot.
Okay,
And
I like that a
sometimes
lot.
I do. I
A
could,
lot.
hey, I slept through a tornado. Yes,
Wow.
I did.
I just thought I was tired because of all the years of that.
Right, you know what? Hey, amen, sister. I'm telling you right now. No,
Turns out I have narcolepsy.
right. Oh my gosh, you
I do.
know what?
And
There's
I
a
just
lady.
found out
Oh,
last year. It's so crazy. And then they told me I got cataplexy. I'm like, oh, that's fun.
what?
What the hell?
I mean, I
Cataplexia?
used to be a nurse. I've never heard that.
Cataplexy. So there's a viral video that goes around because, like, I don't have classic narcolepsy. Like everyone's like, oh, while you're talking,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
like There's several
Yes.
different forms of narcolepsy, and I have a REM behavioral disorder. So apparently my fight or flight is being triggered when I slip into REM sleep, and I immediately jerk myself out. So I'm not getting into the REM sleep cycle fully.
Mm-hmm.
And I like wasn't getting sleep, and I was miserable. And like apparently when you're asleep, your body, particularly when you're in REM sleep, your body has this natural thing where it like makes you catatonic, so you can't move.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Mhm.
But I have all the elevations. I do all the things
Mhm.
when I'm supposed to be in that state.
Mhm.
And I went to sleep with once in a while.
Hey.
And I fall asleep under any condition. Like I'll fall asleep next to saws going, but like I don't have it like where you like.
Right.
And the cataplexy is like there's this viral video that's online of this woman, and she laughs. Every time she laughs way too hard, she
Really?
knocks out.
Oh my
So
goodness.
Really?
it's where like a certain part of you like just shuts down. So like I couldn't figure out my whole life like why for the first like hour that I'm awake, particularly before I had kids, my arms won't. I can't. Or sometimes it's still like I can't tuck. I can't pick things up. I couldn't. It sucked. I couldn't tie my shoes. Couldn't get dressed. Like
Speaking as a roommate who likes to cook for people, she'd be like, she wake up, I'm already in there, Chef Barbie and some stuff. She's like, nope, I don't want any. I'm like,
it's not that I don't want it. I'm
Right, it's
starving
not
to
gonna be able
death.
to
I
eat,
just
right.
can't eat. I can't. I have a hard time. I'm allergic to earth.
Huh.
real quick, can we just encourage people, since we're talking about sleep so much, how important is sleep hygiene, the healthy sleep schedule? It is unbelievably
It is
important.
absolutely important.
By all means,
Get some
prioritize.
rest.
Yeah.
Yes, get some
A
rest.
regular schedule.
So,
Yes.
you brought up a point about like you have to keep yourself busy, especially in like extremely emotionally charged situations. I think depending on what the emotionally charged emotion behind the charge is, like if there's like so there was one of my very good friends died, and then my middle daughter went through a windshield apparently the same day, and I found out the next day, and I very much typically am a person that needs to like keep myself busy to get out of my head, but I work with vulnerable adults. I work with addicts fresh off all the time, and I have to constantly remind myself like the way that I show up, people can read your energy.
Yeah.
I'm a person who has big energy, and so, to be there for them, you know, so I took that day off and I did. I'm so glad you reiterated how important sleep hygiene is because
I want to read something real quick.
It is important.
It's a quick one. Sleep hygiene comprises of a
Spell it.
right of routines and comfortable environments is critical for restorative sleep, directly impacting mental health, alertness, mood regulations, and physical health issues, including stroke and heart attack. So yes, get your sleep in, people.
Yes, get that rest.
Yes.
So Leroy says, Mikey, proud of you, bro.
Yo, what up, Leroy?
Yeah. And we were talking about jobs, that if you had it like that. I don't know if I would right away, but I think that I would have to at some point just to keep my sanity,
What,
like
back to work?
do something or like volunteer or like
do something with that money, make something big, like boom.
Yeah,
I'd make a big
something like this. When I lost my kids, I wanted to do something like this, where there's an all-encompassing place that like you can come to. Because there's like, and particularly like with loss of children, because there's a difference between when one of your children dies or when like you lose your kids permanently, right? And whether it was your fault or not, like there's still grief that happens with that,
Grief.
And there are
limited closure behind it.
Right. And there are very limited resources, very limited support groups for that.
Right.
And furthermore, like when you go to grief and loss groups, it's usually people who have lost their children to death. So then you feel like an asshole walking into that room being like, oh, but mine are still alive. But I mean, it's still a living death.
Hey, they're gone, out of sight, and they're not out of your mind. Absolutely never out of your mind.
Right.
No matter what. You're always.
Well, I'm really glad that you are like, because I couldn't imagine at a year, or even 6 months after my mom or my son, like the fact that you're here and you're with one of your children
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going through the recovery together as far
it's
as,
a
you know,
beautiful
and
thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hats
Because-
off for that. Because I would be running down the street naked screaming right
Running
for
through
like
the-
6-7 more years
We're
after
sticking
that.
to the
It's
squad.
whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what my mama always said, Betty Jane, keep your clothes on. So I have to keep my clothes on, no matter where I'm going or what I'm doing. So,
Betty Jane, you're a riot to be around.
you know, I love this, and I just you Rambo, Barbie, RB, or what is it?
EJ.
EJ and I'll BJ.
Yeah. Actually, I have a cousin, an older cousin. Her name is BJ, but her spelling is Bejay.
Oh, I love it. I love
My
it.
name is EJ, spelled Eejai.
Yeah,
And then I have a younger cousin named WJ, and his spelling is WJai.
I
Oh,
love
wow.
it. I love it. I love the jive. Yeah.
In German, it's Ija.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like real. It's fitting.
They probably were. All right, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Are you ready,
That's
Betty?
hitting one.
Betty is ready.
You gotta get a spectacular.
Oh my
I do, I
goodness.
do.
Yeah.
Here we
The
go.
Serious.
Here we go.
Serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, 1, 2. This one's for you. Have you forgiven yourself for being lost in addiction? Why or why not?
To be perfectly honest with you,
That's a hard one.
that is very
That's a
hard.
hard
That
one.
is a very hard one, and it's like the one that I needed to hear tonight. Like I said, everything is like a puzzle, and everything is coming to. Oh, are we good?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, he's just saying goodbye. Yeah, he's
Oh,
just letting
okay.
me know
All
he's
right.
gonna shut it
As
down.
long as you're not saying peace, here's your half. You know,
No.
that's a good way.
No, that's Paul. That's who started this.
Okay,
whole
I
thing.
love it. I love it. Yeah.
I call him father. My dad died.
Mm.
Both of them. Both of my dads.
Now,
Whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
We're all gonna die.
and you know, absolutely, it's the only guarantee in life is that we are gonna go somewhere. And you know,
I'm
I do.
terrified of it.
I mean, you know, I was very, very terrified, especially after. I mean, I'll come back to your question,
So
Big
Oh,
O,
I'm so sorry.
but it's okay.
Yeah,
Sorry, don't make no
well.
sense. That recovery,
Squirrel.
right?
I like
Squirrel.
that. Sorry, doesn't make no sense.
Yeah.
Oh my
I know that
God.
was nice. That was nice.
Yeah.
I might have to make that my next face black. Like
Sorry.
You know,
make no sense.
Yeah, you know
That's
what,
funny.
Michael Robert, you know,
It's funny.
because ever since my kids were very, very little, in my addiction, I would say, okay, I'll be there, or okay, I'll see you this weekend. And it was always, I'm sorry, you know.
Mhm.
And to where my son Juice, he was like maybe 6
Rest
years
in
old.
peace. Mhm.
Yeah. And he goes, Mom, sorry don't make no sense. And he was 6 years old. And like, I'm telling you, that kid, watching that kid grow up, and you know, just it's a sorry doesn't make no sense, because you know you can apologize and that's more heartfelt.
Mhm.
Don't kids come up with the best sayings?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
My nephew used to say that you did that on bad purpose.
Oh,
Wasn't no
yeah.
accidents and I'm
Yep.
sorry's and none of that. You
Yeah.
did that on good or bad purpose.
That is
Which
awesome.
one was it?
Yeah. Wow. That's deep right there
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
So you triggered a memory for me. I wonder if yep, that's the one. Nope, that's not the one.
Sucker
Sucker
butt.
butt.
Speaking
right.
about
Yeah,
butt,
I heard that.
you know, my mama was a park and my daddy was a rear. When they got married, it was park and rear here.
Oh my
Yes, indeed.
True
Yes,
story,
indeed.
facts.
It is the true story. Parking rear, and I can say that because my mom. I was like, "Ain't that right, Mama?" She said, "Yep."
I wonder if I still have it. My birth mother was never like, I mean, she's an addict and she was 14 when she was pregnant and all the things, you know, so she didn't tell nobody. There was no prenatal care. She had somebody had that weird blood, you know, too. And
Yep.
from all of
Right.
her use, me and my youngest brother, or younger brother, him and I had really severe birth defects. I got the worst, you know, she was young and she was trying to abort me with drugs and alcohol and not tell anybody. She was 14 and it was back then. And,
Yeah.
so long story longer, when I was like 12, I think she tried getting clean or whatever. And she sent me this poem and I only ever got to see her every 4 years if I was lucky. And to me, she was like, all the chicks wanted to be her, all the dudes wanted to be with her. Like she
Yeah.
was rock star. She was Guns N' Roses in person.
Yeah.
Like she was
Yeah.
it for me. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And time would seem to stop when we were together. But I had no idea that she was obliterated every time and didn't remember any of that stuff. You know, and I was a big damn
Right.
deal to me. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
And when I was about, I don't know, 12 or so, I found out that she had overdosed and they had to resuscitate her away. And you're like, I don't even know how I missed all this shit. But like, long story longest, I
love that.
was starting to take off using really a lot.
Yeah.
By the time I was like manufacturing by the time I was 14 or 15, you know, shooting up by the time I was 14 or 15. So, trigger, sorry, I should have said trigger warning. But so she sent me this poem, and what you said made me think of it. And I can't remember exactly how it went, and I can't find it now, but it was something like, I meant to say, it had a little tiny starlight mint on it, and it said, I meant to say I love you. I meant to say I cared. I meant to say I'd always be there. You know, and it was something along those lines, and it was like the first time that I ever, because like, you know, I didn't know. You know, I didn't know, and I grew up thinking she was my sister. You know, they told us because I was adopted by my grandma. You know, and I just always knew something was different. You know, but it was like the first time I was ever like, whoa, and she did care. Like, because I just didn't think that she did. You know what I mean? And so I can imagine, you know, having a lot of that guilt. You know, and then being the kid, not knowing, and then being that mom too, and losing my kids too. And I'm sure that you got a lot of that.
Oh yeah.
Big O had asked about that. About
do I forgive myself?
Yeah.
What was that?
So that's
That was the 2-minute warning.
Oh, what? We only have 2 minutes.
No, it's fine.
Okay,
That's-
good. What? I run over time anyway.
Yeah, we'll
finish
up. We don't take this up.
Right. There
We'll
we
finish
go.
up when you
Hey,
finish
yes,
up, but,
thank you.
know,
I appreciate that. As far as forgiveness to myself, do I forgive myself? I'm still in the process of forgiving myself because of the fact that I partied with my kids. I partied with my children, and I thought if they were under my roof, then they would be safe. Don't let them go out and try to find something. I'll go get it. That way I know what it is, you know, to be real.
Right.
You know, and I was the cool mom. I was mom patrol on the roll, you know, taking their weed, taking their alcohol and smoking it in front of them until they got to that age where they get bitter weed.
You're not taking right from
You
me.
know, right. And I mean, to take a bottle from him was worse than when he was a child, when he was a baby. Like, oh my goodness. It was just sad. And I'm having a real hard time forgiving myself, especially with my son, because every time that my son approached me, Mom, can we talk? You know, and then his big old blue eyes, like mine, just bubbled up with tears. And then he's like, you know, I don't want to be here. And for a mom to hear that from their child, it's like I couldn't, you know, I can't, you know. I just, you know, I put him in. I committed him before, me and my mama, and me and my mama committed my other son before, you know, to where Juice was in commitment for like a total of what, about 6-7 years, you know, and from home to home, you know, all the treatments, and then we'll go to group home. But you know what? I never really understood until after my son passed away that addiction and alcoholism is very, 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 it's the worst demon ever in somebody's life, in a family's life as well.
It's a demon.
And so as far as forgiving myself, it's going to take a lot more time.
And work.
Yes.
Definitely work.
Yeah. And I'm looking at grief sessions, whatever right now. And,
if I weren't in therapy myself, I would
you know,
not be clean today.
right. You know, and therapy, I mean, a lot of people told me, go get help. And then, you know, you can get, you know, on Social Security. I want to work, you know, go get help. You know, Betty Jane, you know, you can get SSI. I'm like, how, what? Well, you're an addict. My family members are telling me that. And I'm like,
right.
okay, yep.
I will tell you something. My only son passed away, and I was in the streets. I was a traveling thief, part-time. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did that for a number of years. But so, you know, I for a long time I felt that his death was due to neglect, but that if I had been around, that I would have somehow did something. You know, and that was a really, really devastating, hard feeling to get over with, and I still haven't. But you know, one thing that helped me move past those feelings is when someone told me that feeling of sorrow about what we did, it's self-serving. and it absolutely does no one any good.
Absolutely.
You know,
And I'm learning that, and I
Yeah.
understand exactly what you said, Big O. And I needed to be here tonight.
right?
I needed to be here tonight because this is the piece. Check out my jacket. Oh my gosh. That's my start. Look at this. So my girl just gave me that
Puzzle
the
piece.
puzzle piece.
Cute.
I just got this last night from my girl, Lori. And y'all,
We
right
hope,
there.
I hope that you keep coming around. And
I
you're an
am.
interesting character.
Yeah, thank you.
This
I
guy
am.
chopped liver by comparison.
Hey,
He
when you meet me,
I'll just,
hey.
Where I get it from
I
now.
definitely
Right. You know?
because he's a character too.
Yeah.
And I like him too.
Yeah,
So,
my boys are that way, and they will make you smile and once in a while, but their pain runs deep, and it is my goal in my life now to become more closer and better with my children, especially my middle child Anthony, because he always feels like he's been the one left out or left wrong.
middle child's
Middle
always
child,
different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
One of them stereotypes that's true.
yeah.
Well, so yeah, we do have a few more guests to get on the show.
Oh, yep.
But just keep being you.
Yeah.
You are a breath of fresh air.
Thank
And
you.
it is
Thank you.
excellent.
I
I'm so glad you
appreciate.
brought me
I
here.
am so glad that he brought me here too. I mean, that Sierra brought me here because, hey, I was at work on my day off again. And Sierra's like, I'm like, where are you going? She goes, I'm heading to the meeting. And I was like, which one? Will Works. I was like, Will Works for what? Recovery. And yeah.
Recovery, baby.
Yes, indeed, baby. You see a diaper? That depends.
Oh.
Just kidding.
So we, at the end of every guest segment, we give everybody 30 seconds. Whatever. Give a shout out. Go ahead.
Shout
give a
out.
shout out.
Shout out.
Hey, this is BJ, your DJ, rocking you through the recovery world. And this is what I'm going to say to everyone. Have a good day and night.
I love it.
That's right.
What you got for a
Yeah.
shout
I
out?
want to shout out to my brother Anthony out
Yes,
there, Twin
owner.
States King. If anybody streams or anything on Kick, Twin States King, look him up.
Yes.
My daughter Ayana and just everybody else at Woodworks and Christ Satisfied.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes, less stressed and more blessed.
Yes,
Do us a favor when you're on your way out. Put your name up on the wall. Sign
Oh, I
it
love
with
to tag.
Yeah.
especially
I
if the
love to
cute
tag.
Santa you
Yes,
got.
yes.
Yes,
And
yes.
can I real quick? When my son passed away, Justin is his name, but when he passed away, you guys, there was no clouds in the sky at all, and this is what helped me understand that there's something after life, because all of a sudden Sierra's like, oh, look at Juice tag the sky.
Yeah.
And Juice used to go JUIC with the number 3 for his name. There was like a white slate. It wasn't even a
Yeah.
cloud. Amen.
it's crazy.
And
I
it
got
said
pictures.
JUIC and the number 3.
Yeah.
And we got pictures. The
Wow.
police even got the pictures.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm friendly with Fridley's even finest,
Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for having
Thank
us
you.
there.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh my
indeed.
goodness. And I look forward to coming back here, there, somewhere under this roof.
Yes. Yeah, we're always
All
got
right.
something going
Yes.
We're
on.
gonna let you talk
Live.
about it next time you come.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, live from Northside. Hey, we
Thank
will
you so
work
much.
for recovery.
Thank you so much for coming
Yes,
on the
thank
show.
you so much. I appreciate you. Yes.
Alright, I think we do have solidly somebody has.
Can I
now
give
come
you a
in.
hug?
Yes, you sure
Yes, yes,
can.
the left, girl. Oh my goodness, I love you.
Yeah, Kyle. Hey,
Yes, I will.
out there in TV land. If you when you watch this, come on in for a second, Kyle. Kyle, come here for a second.
So Sammy's gone. I'm in. So
Huh?
Sammy's gone.
All right.
No, Sammy actually wasn't gonna do it. He
Oh, he was?
yeah.
This guy-
Wait, Kyle. Come here and say hi to the people. We're
What's up?
introducing you as our new MC out there.
All right. Hey, Kyle, this is the green man.
Yeah.
Come on over. Yeah. Speak in real quick. Just say hi to the people. Let them know you're our what are we calling
The
it?
green room man.
The what's
Our PR.
PR guy. That's
All
what
right,
it is.
PR guy. All right. No, PR networking. Kyle Cranston here. Anyway, very, very blessed to have the opportunity to do this, and just trying to make this thing better. Try to get the word out is the big thing. We got a lot of great guests. The next guy up here, by the way, has a very, very interesting story. So we're going to let him talk a lot today, but and I'll let him share what he needs to share. But I'm very blessed to be at this point, and I can be behind the scenes and be perfectly fine with that. So with that, I'll pass.
Awesome. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll
Hey,
have to make sure we get your contract in
You might
one
need
later. No,
You supposed- you can come over here. It's a better mic.
Yeah,
And,
Okay.
because we're both kind of loud.
Yeah, exactly. I'm very comfortable on it. Yeah.
I get so weird though. Like, if you see me like trying, did you see me stumbling around in there trying to make the freaking announcement? I get so weird live in front of people, like a lot of people.
That's weird.
I know, and
yeah.
I took all the speech classes and I did all the things and it was on TV. But
So, you know,
like, I'm getting old.
You come in after. We're doing it one-on-one now. So,
Oh, one-on-one?
Yep.
Sorry. Yeah, we're doing one-on-ones. Yeah, sorry.
One-on-one. I know that's
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you very much, y'all. Have a great night.
Thank you.
All
too.
right, we'll see you next time.
All right, so who do we have on the show?
My name's Matt. I just man, you looking for my testimony or what do you?
Come into the microphone.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm sorry, what was your name again? Matt?
Matt.
Matt. Nice
Matt,
to meet
yeah.
you. I'm EJ. I'm Rambo Barbie, and this is Big O.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah.
to meet you guys. Yeah.
Have you been coming to Will Work for long or
No, this is actually my first night.
yeah? And on the podcast.
Yeah,
Look,
and on the
Barbie,
podcast.
look,
Yeah.
I see him. I'm like, making eye contact with him. I ain't never met you before.
I know. I was like,
Would you like to come on a podcast?
Hey, but you know what? A lot of I've heard a lot about this place, and I've never been here. They brought me here, and I said, "Man, I'm
What was
like,
your
this is,
experience of the place?
I like it. I like the fact that you guys pass around the mics and just get everybody's got a voice here, and
Yeah,
I think that's important because you never know who you're going to impact. And
that's actually one of the sayings around here. Everybody's got a voice. It's valid and
it's
important.
Yep. So you never know what people got to get out, you know. So
That's right.
yeah, amen.
I think that's why we're switching gears. So this
Yeah.
show used to be like we have and there's another podcast on Friday nights, and that's more like people's testimonies.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the Rule 62 podcast.
And we do
Okay.
not take ourselves too seriously.
That's what the Rule 62 and AA means.
Oh, okay.
So it's a lot. It's really just back and forth. We're going to have a conversation with you, maybe ask you a question or two.
Okay.
But for the most part, we're just here to let your face be seen by the people
Okay.
and let
Chop
them
it
get
up.
to know you a little.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
like to chop it up here.
Yeah.
And we do talk about recovery.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's rarely about bull crap. 95%, I think. 95%? 85%? Hey, did you get any of that baked chicken I ate?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get any of the baked chicken? The baked chicken that I made. The Man, I put the mashed potatoes in the blender, blended them joints up, make
Is that
extra
within that
creamy.
bowl? In the fridge?
Yes.
We live together. I
Yeah.
rent the upstairs.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's delicious, is all I'm saying. Get you some of that. Get you some.
Somebody feed this bitch. Oh, sorry, TV. Like,
Oh my goodness.
This is a pretty chill place, man. I'm not gonna lie. This is I came in, seen all the couches. I'm like, this is comfortable, man.
it's very cool, right?
So Bridget says, one of the ladies who come here says she feels like it's sitting around her living room talking with her best friends.
Yeah, this is pretty peaceful.
Yeah.
This is definitely pretty peaceful. I definitely want to come back every Wednesday or even as much as I can.
Fridays are dope too, but Fridays get twice as many people. As many
Okay.
people as was in that room tonight. And there was a lot of people.
Dang, for real?
Friday is
I
packed.
gotta come here on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And karaoke is after Friday. You sing?
Yeah.
Your karaoke?
I sing a little bit. You know, I play
Yeah.
the piano a little bit. I'll sing a little.
Come on
little
now,
bit.
Fridays.
Yeah, so-
I got to see what you got for us.
Okay. I tried playing that
Yeah.
piano over here. It's a little out of key, but
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know.
So what do you do for your spare time? What's your hobbies? You got any hobbies?
man, I play the piano. I write. I'm a writer, so I'm working on the second book. And
Oh, you've
Yeah.
written a book
I've
before?
always wanted to write.
Yeah,
I
written a-
even got publishing kit. Never did shit with it.
Really? Yeah, it's not easy, man. I thought, you know, a lot of people say they're gonna write a book, and
Yeah.
you know, I was like, yeah. And I finally finished one. It took me 3 years to write, and
What's the book called?
The Devil Lost Another One.
Devil lost
The
another.
Devil Lost Another One. Yeah, and it's just about my 12 years in federal prison. I got a
Freaking what?
yeah.
You ain't go speed
Oh,
past.
man.
We ain't go speed past.
Yeah. I mean, we've both been.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're in good company. I mean, that's debatable on the law books.
Yeah, busted by the feds.
12 years, like consecutively, like in a row.
Yeah, they gave me 13 years. So I signed a plea deal for 15 years. I was looking at 10 to life for a robbery. I walked into McDonald's, robbed the McDonald's out in Buffalo, Minnesota, and then back in 2013, and got a federal indictment and signed a deal for 15 years. And I didn't even use the gun, didn't hurt nobody, and I'm just like, man. Yeah, but the indictment carried 10 to life. They gave me 13 of it, and changed my entire life. You know?
Yeah.
I thought my shit was messed up. I got 18
Don't
months.
mess with Mickey D's is what I hear
Yeah.
you saying.
I got 18 months, but less than a hit of weed.
No, well, it was federal because they got their product from out of state. So
State lines.
yep.
Yeah.
So by me being in the store, I prevented those products from being sold. They couldn't sell any products, so that's what made it federal. So
Dang.
Yeah, that was a bogus rush. Somebody didn't like you for
somebody
sure.
did not like you.
Yeah.
well, yeah, I mean it was a mandatory minimum 10 to life.
So what was the takeaway from it? What was the learning? What was the major?
I
I'll
was
tell
gonna
you
say
mine.
$4,000.
What, can everybody
Dang.
do that one? What was your
That was
major
it.
takeaway? I'll tell you what my takeaway from. I'll tell you what mine was. I had been back and forth to SEG so many times it was ridiculous because I was, I'm a big guy. So I was a send-off. I didn't have a glorious gang career. I was nobody's leader, nobody's elite, none of that. I was a send-off. And it had been back to back to back to back. 1 or 2 days out of SIG, and I go straight back. And that shit got repugnant, and I had to take responsibility. So my biggest takeaway from prison time, that last bit I did, was learning how to take responsibility for my own behaviors. Because I can't sit around talking about, man, so-and-so told me to do it. I'm a grown-ass man. What you mean? Yeah. So what was your takeaway?
that I think that's a big thing. I've learned about myself that I was an emotional reactor. I reacted emotionally at the time. Yeah, then sometimes still am, and I me and my wife at the time were going through a separation. She was seeing another guy. I was jealous. He needed some money, so I was doing what I was doing, and we got caught, and then she's the one that called the police on me, and I did it for her, So
women.
But the lesson
watching.
Well, the lesson in that is I was an emotional reactor, and I had to take responsibility. I couldn't blame her for. Yeah, I probably would have got away with it if she didn't call the police. But
right, you ain't had no business doing it no way. So
if I didn't give her a reason to do it, we all got to take responsibility for our own life. It doesn't matter if you've ever been to prison or not. Like if you're broke, it's because you made broke decisions. If you're addicted, it's because you made addicted decisions. If you're going through whatever you're going through, it's because you made those types of decisions. And if it's what they say: what you don't change, you choose.
That's right. That's right.
I like that one too. Gems tonight.
Yeah.
What did you say that again?
What you don't change, you choose.
Excuse me for the loud throat. Now I'm done.
I mean,
wow.
So the book, I put all my nuggets in the book. I just put basically it's like a memoir so I walk you through the robbery through the first chapter, and then the second chapter I'm walking you through the takedown, and then through the suicide attempt because I was looking at a life sentence, and just making it through all that, and I'm not going to ruin the book, but it just changed my life, man. It changed my life, and now I'm coming out here.
So how much of it is autobiographical and how much of it is liberties?
Well, what do you mean?
How much of it is straight your story? You laying it down how it happened?
All of it's my story.
Okay, so no creative license to get the people going?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, it's all my story. And actually,
me too. Yeah, I would definitely take some creative licenses, but that's me.
No, I would not.
Oh, people ask me, well, what's the difference between your self-help book and somebody else's self-help book? And I said, well, I wrote mine through it as I went through it. That
puts a different spin on it too, because when you get some time behind it, you start losing pieces of the story, and then it becomes how it happened in your mind.
It becomes preachy crap that no one cares about your opinion on what I should be doing in life.
Right.
Give me your experience. your strength and your hope for the future, and let me make my decisions on what I need to be doing with my life going forward. I don't like motivational crap. Like, keep your opinions to yourself. Give me what happened to you. You feel me?
Yeah, and this is basically just there's a lot of people out here struggling, man. There's a lot of people, that are sick and tired of trying. I get sick and tired of trying. It's just 2 weeks ago, I wanted to get high so bad, man. And after being 17 months sober, man, and still wanting to get high, like, I'm sick of trying. I'm sick of trying to mend relationships. I'm tired, man, and I had to
just saying this yesterday and today.
Yeah, and I had to just learn how to be my own counselor. Like, this sobriety ain't for
the faint of heart. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, it's not for wussies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you actually like, if you want to get better, you actually have to work on yourself. You like have to look at yourself and shit that you do wrong, because I'm the common denominator in all the shit in my life that goes wrong.
Right. This shit takes heart, man. This isn't for pussies, man. It's you really gotta. It takes a lot of heart when it's just you and that one decision that's going to change your entire life, your children's life, your family's life, and to go and do the opposite.
So real quick, Steve Alvarez.
Steve Alvarez.
You know him?
Oh yeah.
I know that guy.
Yeah,
this is so good.
Oh, okay. What's up, Steve? How you doing, man?
Hey,
I was gonna say I just seen him today. Yeah.
Nice.
What's up, Steve? That's cool, man.
So I'm gonna hit you with a weird question that has nothing to do with anything at all.
Okay.
Yeah, just because why not? I always look at that same one that I always ask people. What talent or potential do you have? That's a stupid question. Like, how do you know if you got a potential thing that you're good at that you don't you're not? You know what I mean? Like, I can go out there and start trying to trick ride BMX bikes to break my damn knee again
and die.
Launch myself off a pump track on
a
chopper.
A figure skater.
Yeah, you? What was that guy's name? Brian Boitano. What would Brian Boitano do?
I had no idea what we were talking
Figure skater.
about.
He was.
That was really.
Yeah, he was an Olympian.
That's funny.
Good at it. He did the triple cow cow and all the. Never. That's awesome. Well, sorry, Jesus. If you were an animal, I want a new sheet of dumb questions. Tell us a unique or quirky habit that you have.
Ooh. Quirky, forget the unique.
A quirky habit? What does quirky mean?
Quirky is like weird or offbeat from what the rest of the people does.
Like I'm a weirdie and I do a lot of this.
Yeah.
A lot in public. We just autisming out in public.
Let's see. Oh man, I don't.
Funny, quirky can also be funny.
Like do you build little spaceships out of bubble gum that you've chewed and
no
Pokemon cards?
I feel like prison messed me up, man. I do weird stuff. Like, to me is weird, like to other people is like when I get one load of laundry, I do it. I don't have any dirty laundry. I
remember those days.
I'm always downsizing all the time. I just
no clutter.
No clutter, man.
Yeah.
I can't stand it. I'm always washing my shoes. Man,
that's they say that is a control mechanism because you have very little, if any, control in it.
No, nothing. I'm trying to.
So yeah, as they strip you away from things you can control, and most of them are out of your control. Everything. So the bed, never keep laundry, to keep your place immaculate, the multiple things of deodorant and all of that. I still do that.
I still got that.
The day that my husband, all that shit happened.
Yeah.
And I later on that day when the kids and him were gone, and I realized no one was coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I just started fucking throwing. Sorry, TV man. I just started throwing stuff places.
Yeah.
I just started chucking stuff places because you always had to have the house absolutely so clean, and who's he gonna do it? Me, with all the kids, me. And now no one's here and not coming back ever again. So I just started throwing shit places. Angsty 17-year-old boy. That's how I identify as a half alien cat. 17-year-old boy.
Yeah, no,
Amen.
Yeah, we don't take ourselves too seriously.
no.
Amen.
And random dumb fact that no one needs to know: I got one rogue armpit that can never get it together.
Yeah, you told me about this
I walked up
rogue
and told my boss that very uncomfortably and awkwardly on purpose, and I gazed into her eyes while I told her that.
What?
Which armpit is it? This one? Amen.
On purpose with the eye contact
Yeah,
and
and she
everything.
does not know how to take me whatsoever. And I'd show up with big energy, you know, so sometimes she'll be like, whoa, and I don't even have to say anything. She'll be like, whoa, just go back and try again.
Just walk in.
Just walking in. And she's like, oh, that's wrong. I'm like, oh. So, yeah, I took a lull in the day and made my boss, who was unsure about me, extra unsure and awkward.
Extra unsure.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times when you are freaking out, it's all good. It's like whatever, man. That's that's my girl. She's doing her thing. But earlier when you was freaking out a little bit on the phone at somebody, and I didn't even.
What?
I mean, I don't even know if you were freaking out. I think you were in therapy. It's just the energy had went from the normal big to the big. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and leave now.
Oh. You know what? And that sucks because
No,
I
it's all
shut other
good.
people down like that. And I hate that. And like that's the shit that bothers me the most. And it's not because it bothers everybody else. Because like if I'm too much for you, I would love to believe you're not enough for me then. But that's not really how I feel on the inside. If I'm too much for you, think of how the hell I feel. I have to live here with me every day.
Tell them go get less than.
Yeah, no, but I thought you were in therapy. Because when you talk to your therapist, she's like, she lets it all out.
Yeah.
I have to. I talk about everything and use over nothing.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Yeah, that's crazy.
So to TV land. The TV land don't even know yet. I'm moving out. I'm moving into my own place. And I tell you what I've been thinking. Before calm down. I know the concern. And the concern is legit and valid. So
This is my base.
I know, yeah. So before I moved into the house, I had gotten into a pretty good habit, during the period where I was working out consistently. And I haven't been for the last month. Definitely need to get back into that. In the morning is the keyest part to it. In the morning, so I'm thinking I wake up 6 like I was before, do my stretches, do my basic exercises. And Powderhorn Park is going to be 1 block away. And Powderhorn Park, to walk around the lake, is 1 mile exactly. So
If I catch you hanging out in the middle of Powderhorn Park, think I won't come down there and Rambo the hell out of your ass.
No, I'm talking about not hanging out, being degenerate. I'm talking about getting my walk in the morning.
You better do it right.
Yes, I'm going to do it right. Set my intentions and everything. Now, other people have already threatened
In the middle of the party, yeah.
And I won't. I'm insane. I'll scream till someone comes and everybody's looking for you.
It's so good to have good friends like
It
this,
is.
man. For real. It's all my friends are male friends are dead or doing life, right? And so being at TCLI, where Steve's at actually, he it's just that's some real just homie stuff, It's just nice to just feel real bonding with real people, man, and real love, man.
Yeah, man.
You don't have to pretend like you're something else. You can just be who you are, man.
Yeah.
And it's
that's why I like it here so much.
That's why I like it here too.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, like, my relationship with women is a tenuous one. It's toxic at times because
I'm nobody to say no.
I'm the consummate trying to use relationships and sex to distract myself from myself.
Yeah.
Right. But despite that obvious dysfunction that I, have, and the women in my life are so forgiving and so amazing, because the people who adore me the most around here, who check in on me the most around here, are my sisters in sobriety. Like aggressively, like like other people push up, like, hey, heard you messing up around here.
Yeah.
What's going on with you?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, this place is amazing. Sobriety is amazing, and the relationships we get to build are amazing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. What a blessing, man.
Yeah. So we do this every Wednesday, the podcast.
Yeah.
At 8 p.m.
I'm gonna try to be here. I'm gonna try to be here every Wednesday. Maybe not on the podcast, but I'll be.
Yeah.
I should be.
You know,
here,
and there's
yeah.
a meeting going on every night of the week here, every morning,
Every morning.
evening.
If I can get here, I'll get here. I like
I used to be here all day, every day. Plus, I only live like.
I still am. I've been watching movies lately. I ain't doing nothing. Yeah.
I think it's funny that Paul is still like, he's like directing people. I'm like, I'm not on the board anymore. I used to be here all day, every day, and now I work at the treatment center, so I'm only
You
here on
stay.
Wednesdays.
I think you should stay since we've already taken up mad time.
Yeah.
But we are going to bring Jason in and we're going to talk with him a little bit. And then in the end, I suggest we give both of you guys a chance for your shout out and for you to sign the wall before you leave. But not yet.
Okay.
You just hang tough.
Okay.
We're going to transition to talking to him a little bit.
I know it's confusing. I'm sorry. We're gonna get it together someday. I swear to
Yeah.
God.
That's, you know,
Amen.
Okay.
that 1 week is her keeping us on track. 1 week is me. You know, we working it out, man.
Yeah. Okay. Amen.
Come on in, brother. Oh, no, he's not in yet.
Hello.
How you doing? Get these on.
Don't mind me. I'm just crunching in the microphone.
No. Let's see if we can move.
Hello.
Unloosen this right here. Loosen. And then, let's see if we can bring that up for you. Because it's kind of,
Hey.
there you go.
Yeah, I wanted to get in here earlier today and start doing
Not so much.
things, but
Yeah, you got to lean into it. You just got to lean into
That's
it.
fine.
With it and rock with it.
So,
go.
who do we
Hello.
got?
My name is Jason May.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
And you've been on our show before.
It's been a while, but yeah,
You
Yep.
still remember the Rule 62?
no,
Don't take yourself
too seriously. That's right. Okay, I got it.
Jason, I like the fact that you've been using this place as a nice, comfortable hangout spot. We watched a movie together the other day. We watched what did we watch? War Machine.
Yep, War Machine.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I liked
I
it.
watched the Michael Jackson movie yesterday. It was kind of,
No,
no, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we watched the movie. The point is, it was kind of whack. It was kind of whack. I didn't like it. Anyway,
The
point-
Michael Jackson one.
Yeah, I didn't like
I've
it.
never seen it.
I'm just saying that.
You should watch the Taylor Swift movie. I don't care. Sure, I love her.
I like two of her songs.
I like the fact that you've been getting involved in making yourself a presence and making your face and name known.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. I appreciate that. You know, it's one thing that I've noticed in my recovery is I get stagnant at
Mhm.
times, and it's one thing that I can do and change about myself is because it's in a way it's giving back, even if it's making coffee or something like that. You know, it's and that's one thing. It's just I haven't done a ton of, honestly.
Ooh, I got the deep question for you already.
What's up?
All right, so just speaking for my own self, I will use the group, making myself available to everybody, lots and lots of service commitments as kind of a distraction from myself.
Yep.
And that is a positive because at least I'm doing it for other people. But, too much of a distraction, there needs to be some reflection time with self.
Yep.
Do you see that in yourself or how do you feel about that?
Yeah. So as far as like reflection time is concerned, I've
Them people done heard crunching before. Let me crunch with you.
there's a few things that I've done to kind of reflect, if you will, and one of them is
Okay.
exercise
Okay.
more. There's healthy reflection and there's like where you're getting stewing on things.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I've been exercising more, and then I also happen to, Matt was talking about his book. I'm also kind of a writer. I like to write. I like to do poetry. I like to write songs, do some songwriting, things of that nature. And for me, it's been tough, especially these last 15 months, because when I first started using meth is when I first started kind of writing, right? So there was a lot of shame. There's a lot of shame that was attached to that act for me. And not only that, but I was kind of worried about being a trigger for me. But now that I have some sobriety under my belt, I found it to be a good way of just getting things off of my chest and not only that, but just kind of being creative. You know what I'm saying? And because I want to feel good about myself, right? And there's many different ways you can feel good about yourself. There's doing stuff that you're good at, which I feel like, me personally, I feel like I am a decent writer. And not only that, but service work, helping others, that's
Yeah.
equally as important. You know what I'm saying? Is getting out of your own shell and putting in effort towards others and giving back to this addiction and to sort of the damage, that we have caused. And there's many different ways you can go about doing that. Obviously there's your direct family that you got to deal with and handle with and work the steps with them. But there's also, there's people out there that aren't in our shoes that would probably kill to be in our shoes, even where we're at right now. And it's just another way to give back, and it sounds cliche and but it's something I want to do is just give back more than what I have, in my own recovery. So that's kind of what I've been doing. But what do you think, Matt?
I was laughing at the guy with the Jason got the hockey mask on him. Yeah, he's out there.
Yeah, I was lost in trying to find the question on this.
I think sacrificing for people is it's amazing. I mean, like I said earlier, like you don't know who you're going to impact. You don't know who you're going. Just doing a small act of kindness. Like I don't know who the guy said in the meeting where he said, we go through the day and we say, if people ask you how you're doing, you just your natural response is to say, "Oh, I'm good," but sometimes they're not really good. And when you do like just a kind gesture for some, or just ask somebody how they're doing, you never know when the last time that person's had a smile,
Right.
and it's you just never know how you can impact somebody's life. And I was praying for a guy one time, and I said, "Hey man, I was watching him, and he was he just looked like he was going through something." And I said, "Man, hey, come here, man." I said, "Can I pray for you, man?" And he's like, yeah. And I just prayed for him. He just started crying. He's like, "Man, I was going to take my life yesterday." And you just never know, man. You just never know. And just sacrificing for other people is just such a huge thing.
Yeah.
It's bigger than you think, So,
For sure.
yeah.
And also, man, get as many people in your life as possible who mean you well. Because one person asks you, "How's it going? How you doing?" And you say, "Okay." And then another person asks, and somebody say, like, "Are you sure?" or "For real?" or "Really?" or anything, that follow-up question, that push to see, I really
come
am
on, man.
interested.
Yeah.
The more people you got in your life that actually want to see you do good, the more likelihood is somebody will dig more and be genuinely interested. And those are life-saving moments, like you just said.
Yeah. I tell new clients who definitely, I tell a lot of people in general, but like particularly I get a lot of younger clients, their first time treatment or whatever, or like even their first time, like get you a good recovery buddy, get you at least one person, I don't care who it is, like get somebody that you trust enough to open up to. And sometimes I have a really hard time. I got a huge ego, right? And I got a hard time asking for help, right? And sometimes, for as vocal and as outward as I am, I'm very the opposite as well. And it's extremely, I get in my own way, right? And sometimes to pick up that phone and be like, "Hey, oh my God, you'll never believe," is easy. But like, "Hey, I need your ear for a minute. Like I'm going through a thing," that can be incredibly hard to do. And so I have a very few amount, and I say this all the time, I have a very select few amount of people who know if I send you an exclamation or a period, that means I am not okay, and you should probably call and check on me. I'm not feeling strong enough to dial the number myself, but this is me reaching out, or whatever it is,
That's hard to do, to ask for help, man.
Yeah,
Especially like I never, people like, you got to call somebody. If I want to use, like, I don't want to call you because you're going to talk me out of it.
Well, that's the point of having that's why they say you're supposed to have a sponsor, because so you have that fucking person.
But even that
designated person.
even that can be into, and then I'm not, because I absolutely believe in the steps. I absolutely believe in having, a sponsorship. I work with steps and I have a sponsor myself. Long story longer, I'm just saying, like in the beginning, it can be intimidating when you first come in to a room like this, and then it seems like everybody's buddies.
Who was I supposed to take home? Fred, I said I was taking somebody home.
I think they found a ride.
Okay, good. Oh wow, that was bogus.
To kind of go off what Rambo Barbie was saying though, is early on recovery, you know, at least me, I had trust issues, man. I didn't trust anybody, you know, and that's I don't know if I really ever trusted anybody my entire life because of like childhood trauma and stuff like that. I just learned how to survive and just on my own and keep things by myself. So that's another thing that I've had to learn is to open myself up to people and
to humble yourself enough to be able to receive,
and,
you know.
Yeah, and it's not easy, especially if it's been a habit that you've had your whole life of just kind of doing things your way, you know, and it's a control thing too, you know. So that's the beauty of recovery. We get to learn about ourselves and you know, and look back at our mistakes and try to make ourselves better. You know what I mean? And what's nice about it too is I was telling old boy out there is, you know, we have this pile of shit that we built up over all these years, right? Well, we get to climb that pile of shit if we stick with it. If we stick with it, you know what I'm saying? And then we can look down and be like, well, hey, we made it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of the beauty of it in my eyes.
All righty then. All right, so I got a question on this subject of having people support people with you and in your life. You know, the traditional wisdom that a sponsor will tell you, that the program tells you, is get 3 or 4 people with more sobriety than you who has a sponsor and merge the step and get those and make those your people who you communicate with. Now, that's fantastic. I don't have that. What I have is
everybody's path to recovery is different. Everybody's program looks different.
Right, because what I have is a handful of people. We all relate to each other crazy. We're all committed to like calling each other out on our shit. But none of us, I'm the most sober. No, that's not the right word I want to say. That's the incorrect statement.
The longest.
I am the longest person sober. You know. And
California sober.
So yeah, I don't know if I'm setting myself up. Like I got people around me who are, you know what I mean? Yeah. What do you guys think about all that? If I hope I made myself that point clear.
You didn't. So shorten that real quick for TV land.
Clarify yourself.
All right. Support networks. Are you pro B? Have like stable people who are working the program, more sobriety than you, or are you keep guys around you who are struggling too, and you guys can support each other in the madness? Where you at? A little bit of both. You can't have both. Yeah.
I mean, where I'm at is, I got people on my phone now. I know that I can count on them 100%, whether they got more sobriety than me or not. I just know I can count on these guys.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, this is. I think that's important. You know, it's probably a good idea to have some sponsors or whatever you call them that have a lot of
stable guys, time. Predecessors as they call.
Yeah, somebody to look up to, like I wouldn't say a father figure, but just a male that's been a long
females.
Yeah, or females having females, and somebody that's been down the road a lot longer than you and just got that experience, you know. But it is, I like the fact that I got a bunch of guys in TCLI that I can just, no question, man, they'll drop anything. It doesn't matter what it is, they'll drop it. I'm just 100% confident, and that's good. That's good to know. You know.
Yeah. When
I don't have to be embarrassed to say, man, I'm tripping right now.
Yeah.
And that's empowering too, because it can, you know, being, I don't know how long you've been out, but like it doesn't really matter. Like anytime that you felt whatever, and then you come elsewhere and you don't feel like you fully fit in to a functioning society like everybody else, right? Yeah. It can be a lot, you know, and to try to find your people when you haven't been around for a while in a new area or whatever. Like when I first came out here, Big O was one of the first people I ever met, like 5-6 years ago was when I first started trying to get clean, I think.
Yeah, close to 4. Yeah, about
like
4.
That. And it's crazy to watch people like I didn't know anybody when I got here. You know, like I'm not from this state, and people see me now, and I have like we're like Rambo, Barbie, and I'm hugging everyone. You know, and I'm like, it's crazy because I didn't have that when I got here. It's why it's will work for recovery.
That's
We
right.
work for our relationships. You know,
I
we have
seen
to work for that.
I seen Rambo Barbie come in the room. She had so much energy. I'm like, who is who is this?
Walking question mark.
For real.
Yeah. What is
It's
going
a
on?
good thing.
She got a lot of good energy, man. I was like, wow, man, that's cool,
I
man.
got asked if I was trans yesterday.
Nice. Did you take that as a compliment?
I do it.
Nice.
You know what? My mom used to tell me all the time. She'd be like, "You're pretty as drag queen." I'd be like, "Mom, I've always been a girl," and she'd be like, "I know, but you see now wear the makeup, crazy shit."
That's the makeup. Yeah, that's all they did. It was the makeup. No.
Well, you just gotta do it with a man. You just gotta do it as a man. You be a drag queen, right? Or drag king.
That's the thing. Yeah,
Drag
that's the
king.
thing.
I'm gonna have to show him a mugshot.
Yeah,
Everybody's like, "Who's that dude?"
Oh no.
It's so bad. I ripped all my hair out. So bad. Tried to like
Show it.
Yeah.
You remember that?
I remember that.
I was like, he put hair in my shampoo. The biggest lies we tell.
Did you make that? Did you make that magazine or not? That they had that mug shot. Is it a website?
Jesus.
Where you can go?
You know what? Probably.
Where like they put
I
like
would never do
crazy
that.
looking mug shots on this website.
Wait till you.
You know, you can punch. I don't remember the name of
Hey,
it,
the
but
problem with my mugshot is I'll be smiling. I'm one of those. I'm smiling in the mugshot like,
yeah.
Really, I don't know what I was doing in my mugshot.
I never know.
I don't even remember it.
How do
It
you?
was so long ago.
I don't remember mine either.
Where's the friggin'? Doesn't it have the photos on the? Make it do it. No, never mind. Okay.
what are you on Facebook?
No. I'm on the Google. Which is gonna make me so mad.
That's crazy. I'm not even.
Hey,
on
it's
it.
been 11 years since I've been in jail, y'all.
Amen.
Yay! I don't know where it's at, but I'll. have
Yeah,
to
you
show
got out
some
when I
man.
got in.
Yeah,
You got out when I went in. Yeah. Well, I've been out for 2 years now.
that's jail. I haven't been in prison since 04.
Oh, dang.
Good for you.
Yeah, my OID number is old. Older than most of the people that be in the room.
Mine's 215-984.
178004.
Oh wow.
You guys remember? Wow.
Yeah, you.
Yeah.
That,
31.
that, that was,
I've
that
been
was
to
your
jail.
name?
I've never been to prison. So
yeah, bro, that was your name for a while. They
Yeah.
they like, they made 178004. You have a visit.
they
They'd be like, Austin, come on down. Your family's here. No.
oh, no.
That was me
Yeah.
2 years ago.
Woo!
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah. That was
Are
me.
you serious?
Yeah.
You look like a million times better.
What happened to all your hair?
I ripped it out in a sad psychosis.
Wow.
And then
You
just
ripped
shaved it.
that out?
Yeah. Yeah. I had a bald spot back here.
Ouch.
Bald spot back here. Like in the beginning of my recovery, like for the first 9 months, nothing would grow back there because I like ripped a chunk of my scalp out. Like,
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
and when people to say like, oh, she used to be like when I would have big emotions, I would try to like climb out of myself, try to climb chairs while like I was like really like feral animal.
I don't get impressed very easily.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
Bro.
impressive.
Yeah.
Wow.
Snapback.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. I came into the program, no hair, no teeth, no fucking skin. Oops,
No,
sorry to be
Right, right. You are cussing a lot tonight.
I am. I know.
It's okay.
I'm angry.
We
I
you
want to fight.
want to punch somebody?
Oh, dude, I want to kick someone's face right off their shoulder.
I mean, we could pull up on like Laurie and Penn, find a crackhead, and just
Then I'd feel like I was beating up Beetlejuice back there. Beetlejuice. Barbie juice, Barbie juice, Barbie juice.
oh no.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Right. Oh, never mind. Anyway, it's time.
It is time.
So at the end of the show, we give each guest 15, 20 seconds, whatever, 30 seconds to give a shout out. So shout it out. And then at the end, if right before you leave, if you want to tag the wall, that you've
Okay.
been in.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to all the people just struggling and just going through making all the right decisions, man. It takes a lot of heart. You should be proud of yourself, and the people that are just having a bad day, know that you're loved, you're cherished, you're pursued, you're all that. So just keep making the right decision, and everything's gonna fall in place.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you're
having
worth
you.
it. Yeah.
Hey, and before you leave, make sure you sign the wall for us.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What's your shout out?
I'm just gonna give a shout out to first and foremost to God and just thank Him for my sobriety, because without God, I wouldn't be sober, and I truly believe that. And then you know, outside of that, just my family and everybody that you know I have in my life that's kind of helped me in this transition. So that's it right now.
Cool. Thank you for coming on the show again. What's your shout out?
I want to shout out a couple of things, actually. I want to shout out 2218,
2218.
the world's oldest continually running Alamo Club. There are meetings there every day in the morning and at night.
It was nice to go back there the other day and just be me and not be EJ or Rambo or Barbie. I could just be another sick addict in a meeting.
Yeah, I've been going to the high noon meeting every day at noon. There's a meeting. Come on down. We do fellowship afterwards. We're talking about going to the Arboretum soon. Yeah, we be doing stuff.
Oh,
We be doing stuff
the Arboretum out in
at the Como Zoo. Yeah.
oh yeah, it's a nice place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We went to the art museum the other day. We be just doing stuff, fellowshipping afterwards.
Okay.
Also, I want to shout out the karaoke night, Friday night. Come on down, sing with us. 8:30 till last song is sung. I think I got out of here at 12:15 last week.
Dang.
Yeah. We be
Dang, I
shut-
could
we
have
be
came for
kicking
like, I could have been here for like the last half hour.
Yeah, we be kicking it. Yeah, come on down, sing with us. And that's it. I can think of a whole lot more stuff to plug, but I'm not gonna.
Don't go chasing
Sing
waterfalls.
Please stick to the river and the lakes that you used to.
I know that you. Anyway.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Playing that song on the way here.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know where that came from.
Crazy.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well,
Wow.
in case anybody hasn't told you, you're worth it. You are loved. And I don't know, make sure you change your socks.
That's
Yeah,
prudent advice.
No.
Prudent advice.
And listen, if you have one rogue armpit like Rambo Barbie, I don't know what to do, but if anybody's got any ideas, I'll just rub the skin right off this shit.
Put-
It'll still smell weird.
Put a sock in it.
Have a good night, TV Land. We love you, boy.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
I never do it.